Hey guys, today we're in my entry and we are doing a cozy fall collab with so many wonderful ladies. Our mission on this collaboration is to bring you something fall and cozy. I know in a previous video we talked about I was going to go with like this haunted house Victorian look. I'm a little bit leaning away from that. I'm gonna try to go somewhat colonial, somewhat Victorian. I'm gonna mix the two styles. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna see how it turns out. So let's get started. Now, I picked up this gorgeous painting while I was thrifting a few weeks ago, and at first I thought it was such a great deal because it was $5.99. What a beautiful painting for $5.99. But then, as I got to the register, I realized that it also had a tag on it for $3.99. So, luckily the lady was really nice and she gave it to me for the lower price. These black candlesticks, these are actually a perfect find at $1.18 each. I was able to find 3 of them, and I'm gonna be using these at the corner here to kind of bring in a little bit of black to sort of bring things down to a little bit more of a moody look. So we're gonna add these here at the corner and add in some realistic taper candles that are different than the ones I've shown you. I actually think you're gonna like these better. I'm gonna be adding in these tapered candles. Now these are still battery operated. I love the idea of having battery operated candles because here in Florida things are pretty warm still, and having a whole bunch of actual flames makes the house too hot. But what I love about these is the realistic looking top. Now the other ones I showed you were really, really pretty and they worked very well and I love them, but I just love how these actually look like they've been burning. And so I'm gonna be adding these into the candlesticks. So next it's time to bring in some vintage books. Anything that looks super old, super worn, and maybe like it came from someone's home 100 years ago or maybe 200 years ago. I love this one. This is The Witchery of Archery. I don't know, I just think this one was a fun one for Halloween. And then we've got just a couple of other neutral colors that also look quite old. So I found this guy while I was out thrifting. How cute is he, right? Just a little stoneware jack-o'-lantern. I actually picked him up for only 98 cents. And I could not believe the price on that. I just thought he was adorable. And I love to add a little bit of a spooky vibe with the jack-o'-lantern face. But one of the things I didn't want to do is just put an open flame in here with nothing to catch the wax. So what I came up with was, I have this candle and I'm gonna just fit this amber glass candle in here. So now it's time to work in some of these other books. I'm gonna stack them. I like the idea of adding some height using old books like this. So we're gonna add these to the center of the table. Now I like to place these in random ways. I don't always put them with the pages facing out. So I'm gonna check it out this way and see what I think. And we may end up, I think I'm gonna turn them. So I'm just gonna add this little pumpkin that I actually harvested from my backyard garden. It's the perfect size, and I'm just gonna put it right here on top of these books. You know what I would really love to have right here is a pair of spectacles. You know, the old ones, the round, thin frames, maybe some like Ben Franklin style glasses even. I don't know, that would be so cool. I'm gonna be on the lookout for those because I think that would be a really good fit for right there on top of that book. Now I have a couple items here that I'm not sure how I'm gonna work them in, but I think I want them in there. I just don't wanna overcrowd anything. And so I know I'm going to be using some of these picks. These were previously in my, on top of my fireplace mantle, and you know I love to reuse things around the house before I go shopping. So I'm gonna work these in somewhere. And then look at this. Now I have had this probably, oh my gosh, 15 years at least. I have this one and then a smaller one. I don't even know where I got these. It's been so long. and I have never found a way to use them. Every year I think this is the year for those metal pumpkin candle holders, and it never happens. So I'm gonna work this in now, I think. I really want this here. Okay, so I really like this here with this texture in here. Now we're gonna add the candle, just another battery operated candle. You know I love these. Okay, let's tuck in some of these picks that we were mentioning earlier. And we're gonna just tuck these in, maybe coming out from around this pumpkin. And this should add a nice bit of texture as well. This is one candlestick that I've had a really long time also. Has kind of like a primitive look to it. It's hand carved wood. And I think I'm just gonna stick this in here and bring that into the center so it lights up the middle and maybe illuminates the painting a little bit. Okay, I actually really like that. I feel like before electricity, they would have definitely had a candle like this right next to an open book. So what cozy, spooky front entry would be complete without a crow? I actually visited England a couple of years ago, and my whole entire life I thought that a crow was the same thing as a raven. When I was in London, we visited the Tower of London, and they actually keep crows on the premises, and we got to view while they were feeding them. Those things are huge. I mean, they're almost as big as an eagle. They're humongous. So they're definitely not the same thing as the little crows that we have, at least here in Florida. All right, let's get this guy where he belongs. So now that I have the top of the entry table decorated, I want to add in some elements next to it and sort of fill in the empty spaces. So I actually stole this from the front porch, so I'm going to set this down here on the side. So I actually found this lantern while I was thrifting yesterday. I had no idea that I was even going to go thrifting, but you know how that goes. Your car just ends up at the thrift store. It's really weird. I can't explain it. But anyway, this was $5.98, and I think definitely used to be some sort of solar powered light in here, but it's not in there anymore. But check it out. It came complete with cobwebs. So I thought that was pretty convenient. Saved me some cobweb decorating. Okay, let's get some finishing touches.